Welcome everyone to today's lecture on a fascinating topic, cognitive dissonance. This is perhaps one of the most well-known theories about cognitive biases in psychology, and it sheds light on how our minds handle conflicting thoughts, feelings, or beliefs. Let's dive right in. Cognitive dissonance is a theory that explains how people respond when they find themselves in a state of tension due to conflicting beliefs or attitudes. To help illustrate this concept, let me introduce you to our friend David. David considers himself a well read intellectual. He prides himself on his knowledge and intellect. However, a situation arises that challenges his self image. One day, David's friends start discussing the classic book Anna Karenina. To his surprise, everyone in the group has read it except David. This creates a conflict within him. This is where cognitive dissonance comes into play. David's belief that he's a well read intellectual clashes with the fact that he's the odd one out when it comes to reading this classic. The theory predicts that David will attempt to resolve this cognitive dissonance in one of three ways. First, he can reduce the importance of one of the conflicting factors. In this case, he might say, well, who cares if I'm well read? It's not that important. Second, he can add new elements to his beliefs to create harmony. For instance, David might think that, being an intellectual, he naturally hangs out with other well read intellectuals, so it's not surprising that his friends have read the classic. Lastly, David can choose to change one of the conflicting beliefs. In this scenario, he might think, apparently, I'm not as well read as I thought, or even decide that Anna Karenina is overrated as a work of literature. Now, this theory isn't just a psychological concept, it has real life implications. It helps us understand how people balance their beliefs with reality, and sometimes it can lead to significant changes in opinions. Let's take another example. Imagine Sarah is a committed environmentalist who strongly believes in reducing her carbon footprints and protecting the environment. However, she frequently takes long haul flights for vacations, which contributes significantly to carbon emissions. This situation creates cognitive dissonance for Sarah. To reduce this discomfort, she can employ the three methods. She can change the importance by downplaying the significance of air travel in contributing to environmental issues, convincing herself that other actions she takes to reduce her carbon footprints compensate for her flights. She might add new beliefs and start looking into carbon offset programs or choose airlines that claim to be more environmentally conscious, adding these factors to her belief system to align better with her actions. Alternatively, she can change her behavior and might decide to reduce her air travel, opting for more eco-friendly forms of transportation like train travel or carpooling to bring her actions in line with her environmental beliefs. In each of these cases, Sarah is attempting to elevate the cognitive dissonance she feels due to the conflict between her strong environmental beliefs and her frequent long-haul flights. A classic example of cognitive dissonance in action is found in Aesop's fable of the fox and the grapes. In this story, the fox initially desires grapes he cannot reach, but later convinces himself that they must be sour. This story gave rise to the expression sour grapes, which we use when someone belittles something they cannot attain. The fox, by changing his beliefs about the grapes, reduced his cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a profound theory that reminds us of the intricate ways our minds work to resolve conflicts. It encourages us to think critically about how we navigate discrepancies in our beliefs and attitudes.